Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. My name is Jim Cagnina. I am senior market strategist, and I am joined for hot commodities by our senior economist, the fabulous Tracy Shuchart, aka Shy Girl. Shy, good morning. How are you? Good afternoon. Sorry.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, birthday boy. Just need to tell our afternoon audience if they didn't catch it in the morning. Happy birthday, Jim.
I can't wait for this day to end. That's all I can say. But thank you very much. I appreciate that for sure. I do. I really do. I really do. So, in any event, while I was taking my nap at lunchtime because I'm so old, what did I miss in the news, if anything?
All right. So we have Trump said he was on the wires. He said he spoke to Xi fairly recently. He said he stressed that China and the U.S. have tremendous power over magnets. He said, if I played my cards right, I'd destroy China, but I won't. And I'm probably going to go to China this year or shortly after. I don't know after those comments if Xi really wants to see him, but we'll find out. And then the other news that came in is the Trump administration is mulling sanctions against EU officials that are responsible for implementing the bloc's landmark Digital Services Act. Now, this would be kind of an unprecedented action that could escalate sort of trade problems with the EU. So far, this has not come to fruition, but they are weighing it. Likely this comes in the form of restricting visas. So interesting enough. And then for the fun fact of the day, we have Tom Lee has acquired almost 10 billion Ethereum over the last 50 days. And he owns now 1.4% of all the ETH supply. He is trying to get to a 5% target. And if he does that and ETH goes to above 12K, Bitmine would be larger than MicroStrategy. So there you go.
Wow, that's a huge market cap.
Huge. So very interesting and interesting in light of the fact that we know that whale wallet that dumped 24,000 Bitcoin over the weekend did use that to then go ahead and buy Ether. So
Hmm.
interesting things going on in that market for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we finally have crude on the road on the moving big time today. So I'm thinking we got to talk about crude.
Right, absolutely. We definitely have to talk about crude. It's, breaking above kind of earlier resistance. We do have some things going on. We had Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian energy infrastructure, and there were blazes at major export terminals and refineries. So that has sparked some concerns over tighter supply from Russia. And we still have obviously lack of progress on any kind of peace negotiation that we saw oil kind of pull back on when we thought that there might be kind of a ceasefire. That has not come to fruition. Obviously, Federal Reserve pointing to interest rate cuts as early as September is obviously supportive of economic growth, and in turn, the theory is increased energy demand. We've also, I was looking at oil and U.S. shale production is actually hit its peak, and I've been talking about this for months and months and months, not on this particular forum, but shale has essentially peaked already in December. We are down 2% already this year from those December highs, and with top tier one acreage sort of in the rear view mirror, so to speak, and a whole bunch of other functions, which we can go over at another time. I don't expect we see much shale growth going forward. So, of course, that is also helping risk assets. And then I also wanted to bring up that we have bullish bets fall to an 18-year low on, and I was saying this in the chat earlier, 18-year lows, meaning cumulative bullish bets have fallen to 29,686 contracts, which is less than after 2020 debacle when oil actually went negative. And so this market is not very long. And we got a lot of shorts in this market on top of that. So it is possible that we get some sort of squeeze.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, right now this is a really great chart from a technical analysis point of view. I mean, we've had, we peaked out on the high around the 29th of July, came all the way back down. Didn't quite get to the May support lows, but we tried to. Buyers came back in, pushed us back up. So now what we have is a nice fib retracement, 38.1%, almost to the T. We have moving averages starting to turn around, starting to move up, even though the 8's still at the bottom of the pack here. It is turning up, the 21's turning up, and the 50's starting to slow its descent. So that's kind of interesting. Stochastics are just rocketing up to, from negative, not negative, but a sub 20 state up to the middle of the pack here. So that's pretty positive. And then we have a couple of shy lines here. We have a Tracy Shuchart line at 65.40, which is the next step up. And then after that, we have a 66.14 line and then a 67.07. Now look at that 67. This 67.07 is right at that 61.8% retracement, which some folks would argue is the only fib level that matters. I don't argue that, but Carlos New York Yankees might. But in any event, we're moving up here. This is a nice decisive turnaround. It's kind of almost an orderly turnaround until today. We had this giant move. And look at all the milestones that we crushed. We talked about this on the Edge Report. I'll go over it real quickly here, but we just kind of crushed through everything, right? We started, R2, forget about it, opening range. We blew through Jacks 4. We established some weird volume nodes up here, and we even crushed that one-day max and that R3. Now, we just kind of retraced back to one-day max as I thought we would at the when we did the Edge Report at the end of the morning session, and we did that. And so this could be a kind of our final resting place right now for today's market. Shai, let's shoot over to nat gas while we're in the energy complex. What's going on in nat gas?
All right. So it was down today. It is up very slightly, but we did hit my spot 66.5 level. The level below that's spot 511. That said, without getting into all the details, someday we'll have a whole geological thing on oil and gas, and I can explain it all in the longer time than 2 minutes. But our wells are getting gassier, right, as we are digging, as this top tier 1 acreage is done. So we're getting more gas out of these wells than oil, in other words. And so natural gas production, while we have oil declining, natural gas production is actually averaging records right now. And so we are still well above storage, running at 5.8% higher than typical. We've had, weather forecasts have shifted cooler for late August and early September, but we're still not in that heating season. So that means less air conditioning, but not heating season point yet. And so less demand there. And although LNG export flows have risen and are set to rise, in 2026, 2027 and 2028, when we're incrementally building out export facilities, we are still producing more than we are exporting, even with that export availability now to us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the ADMA tells the story to me. I mean, we've been bumping our heads up against it ever since we had this touch point back up here on the 17th of July, and we just keep, can't get a candle to close above it. Yeah, we wicked above it a little bit. You could argue, we had an open above it on a gap, but this is kind of a nice, orderly, sloping downward moving averages and price action. Yeah, we have a little bit of a green candle today, but that's markets. They move around a little bit. In any event, we did lose VWAP in the rearview mirror here, session VWAP in the rearview mirror twice, right during the initial balance, retested it. Buyers came back in again. This is a great Brian Shannon VWAP touch, actually. If you were patient and you were looking for a swing trade, we ended up, boom, driving back up above that Jacks 3. So nice price action for the nat gas. And real quickly, let's get to the Bitcoin. I got to talk about the Bitcoin. By the way, we're still in August. Your platform might have tried to switch you over to September. All the volume's still in August. Sorry, Shai.
Oh, no worries. So we talked about this a little bit this morning. We had a flash crash this weekend by a large holder liquidating 24,000 Bitcoins valued at over $2.7 billion. This, obviously, he dumped them all on the market at once, and it caused the price to drop about $4,000 in minutes and wiped out roughly 100 billion from the entire crypto market. So this particular sell-off has raised concerns about temporary liquidity crunch as traders have unwound some long positions or got caught off sides. I think we might see some volatility across the complex, for a few days here until markets kind of settle down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, 56,000 contracts traded so far today. Pretty good day today. We have that buyer's wick today that did push us back up. I have that little rectangle there kind of suggesting where support is. Because of the volatility here, it's not a very clean rectangle, but right now we're still a little bit below it. And we'll see if we make any progress back up into the kind of sideways hamburger bun here. But I am encouraged by the big buyer's wick on today's candle, but I don't think we're out of the woods yet here as well. And I think there's room on the downside. So that is it. That is today's hot commodity report. Shai, thanks so much for being with me today.
Well, thank you, and I will see everybody in the chat.
All right, it is time to trade the close with, hey, I remember you guys from this morning. Leo and Nick for Tick, both with us again, doing double duty today.
Jim, have we said happy birthday yet?
You suck.
Happy birthday, Jim.
It's Jim's birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, our contributors suck. All right. Thank you again. Thanks for that, Mission Control. I hate you too. In any event, after I introduce you, I'm going to go claim my Social Security, so we'll be in good shape.
Nice.
Couldn't believe we're still. I mean, spoos are still at where we started this morning talking. What are we at? 70?
Yeah, exactly. We're 10 points away from the price that we left at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. So nothing.
And I
has
loved
really changed.
attempting to short the spoos so many times this morning that I did it a third time with a much better entry at the very least. So I've already taken one off. We'll see if this actually wants to ever break below the opening range mid.
I don't think so.
It probably doesn't. I kind of want to buy NQ right now. Is that weird?
I literally just bought.
Exactly. Which is not giving me a lot of faith to want to hold this for further Armageddon to the downside.
Yeah, but you got a great trade location. You moved your stop to break even. You took one off the table. I mean, your execution's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, I think I was just sitting in that. I mean, in my defense, this is pretty hard to not just let the trade continue to play out in whatever that chop was this morning. But at least there was some movement off my entry this afternoon. So we'll see.
Yeah, if you would let it ride, it would be called a swing trade.
Mm-hmm. It felt like a swing trade, Jim.
Feels like we're swing trading now.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, I like it. We'll keep our fingers crossed that those two targets get hit. Leo's in a different market altogether.
I'm in the NQ here, and I'm actually. I may just.
Yeah, you could share when you're ready.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut this trade now. Okay, I'll share. If I can find that button.
I mean, this is reminiscent of what, 2 days ago? When were we just kind of stuck sideways?
Last time me and Nick were on together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Maybe it's you guys. Maybe you have this calming effect on the markets. They know you're around. They don't want to mess with you guys.
Yeah, look at the chart on the 18th. Holy.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It is. It's a thing.
Yeah.
The relative volume this morning was 100, and it's currently 77. And that's an aggressive change to the downside and just participation.
Oh, are you using the Mike Burke stat machine?
I was working on it, but I couldn't get it out of region 2 at all. Like, it would be sick if it could just print, like somewhere on the chart here, just like the output of the study amount.
Yeah.
When I threw it on, it was like throwing up some region 2 information, and I don't want to take up chart space.
Yeah, so I put it in my market analyzer, so it's off the side.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll need to figure out how to use that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quote board that's on, it's like quote board on steroids. You could add columns
Quote
of
board on
stuff.
steroids. Right on.
Yeah, color coded the whole thing, man.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, awesome. Yeah, that's a good tool. I'm glad you guys were able to work that out. All right, all right. Well, gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm going to dip over into the chat and wish you the best of luck this afternoon.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to forget. Are you around tomorrow, Nick?
I'm probably gonna be lurking in the chat, but not on
Oh,
the show.
but it's Nick's birthday tomorrow, everybody. So we got to give him the same amount of love.
yeah, we have to for Nick. Yep.
All right. All right. See you guys later.
See you, Jim.
I thought you were on. Oh, you're on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
afternoon.
Yeah. So tomorrow I get to actually
Damn.
enjoy my birthday. We'll see how much.
What are you gonna do?
Just doing.
Besides the
just doing
steakhouse, we
dinner.
already talked about that.
Yeah, really just
Just the
doing
dinner.
dinner
Okay.
and hanging out. Yeah, I'm not a big birthday guy. Haven't been in a while, so
So, fun fact. Just speaking of not being a big birthday guy, I'm not either. My wife and I decided early in our marriage, before we even got married, that cards, aka, go to Walgreens and spend $20 on random cards, were just not going to be a thing that existed in our relationship. So, birthdays, anniversaries, you name it, we just don't get a card for each other. There's no expectation of a card.
that wouldn't fly in the Nick household. My wife is
That's
a huge card person. In
okay.
fact,
Well,
when we sent you your your present for your daughter, she spent significant amount of time like in the card section at Home Goods to try to find one that she
Oh.
liked.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, if
That's
your
her
wife
thing,
is
though.
a card person though, like
She's a card person, and
I'm
she spends a
not,
lot of time finding ones for me.
my wife could care less, and so we just like early on we were just like, hey, like there's no expectation, obviously. Like if you get one, you get one, but we both like equally never really gotten each other a card for anything.
Hmm.
Pro
I-
tip: make the cards. I hate cards.
I have every card.
You're gonna
the
go to
wife has ever given.
Walgreens, spend $20 so that you can tell someone that you love them when they already know. Like I can just tell them face to face.
Dio, for EU people, this is like someone gives you like a birthday card. Like it's got a
You don't
little
know what
message
cards are?
inside. They usually write something. Maybe it's got money in there from some people. Like a greeting card.
Oh, I'll take a card with money in it for sure.
I think I'm well past those these days.
Seeing a bunch of buying coming on the tape here, but shit.
I mean, we didn't even wick down to the 5-minute mid. Just left it.
Do you know what I have marked right here? Look,
My entry.
this guy right here.
What is that?
That's the price at which we left the stream at 11 a.m. So it is 23,567, and right now we're trading 23,557. I'm gonna jump into right here.
I would love to see another push
Got
back
some
up
buying
towards
coming up in and up into
590s.
this. It'd be hilarious because if we close up here, it's like nothing happened since Friday.
Pretty much.
Nothing ever happens. Crowd wins. Come on, buyers. They were getting all hot and heavy just a second ago. Where'd they go?
I mean, I'm at break even. I took one off.
Yeah, with your trade, that's a great location.
Got a good entry. I probably would cut it if we poke around initial balance high again, but I'll just let it play out. I am kind of eyeballing in Q though. Chat, how did we all do today?
Man, this guy's gonna be a bugger. Birthday memes are cheaper than birthday cards. True.
It's very fair.
Suck day. Yeah, it's kind of a
This was a tough day, unless you caught the early
grind.
long. And really just the early long and NQ. ES still barely has moved this whole entire session.
ES is worse than NQ. Can you guys do me a favor? 2 things I'm gonna ask for. Throw a like in. Don't forget to like the stream. If you didn't get a chance to do it this morning, you can do it again this afternoon. If you did it this morning, just throw it up. Give us a thumbs up. But also can just throw happy birthday, Jim, in the chat.
Yes.
Just everybody at once. Just happy birthday, Jim. I'm gonna do it myself. Cooper, it wasn't ha ha ha. It was happy birthday, Jim.
There we go,
Get
buyers.
the chat scrolling. Proper birthday. Happy 31st birthday. Yes. You plot your revenge, Jim. You plot it.
There's the engagement from the chat.
Don't forget the likes. Who's the dude on the right with the cat's hat? Is he any good? Nick, are you any good?
Depends who you
Any
ask.
good at what? That's the question. What is he good at?
Very few things. Sometimes
I
decent
hope they
trader.
have skee ball.
Don't we
Are you good at
also-
skee ball?
I'm not good at skee ball.
I can't stand skee ball, to be honest. I could play air table hockey, air hockey, whatever. Pool. I'm good at pool. I'm not good at skee ball.
Skee ball, yeah, that was never my arcade game of choice.
Very good at being a streamer boy. The chat has reminded me of that.
Fair. I'm a good boy.
Nick
This
Nick
is
is a
just
good
like
boy.
slow to the downside, man.
Yeah, that doesn't make me love this long.
I don't-
but I'm gonna
What's funny is I folded an NQ short at 595s because sellers were giving me no confidence of this move lower down.
that week open short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got in late. I wanted it like a little above 600s and we were kind of sitting up there. And then it went 595 and we kind of pushed back to 610s. And I'm like, and then it went back down. I was like, I'm cutting this. I have no faith in sellers.
I mean, I'm begging NQ to move more than 4 points.
Exactly.
That's what kind of day we're having. But that's what you get sometimes in trading. You don't always get the price action you want. You get the price action you get. Alex, the tape is stupid. I agree. Are you any good at caber tossing?
I don't even know what that is. What is cable?
Yeah, serve you up. That week open short was tough. Just going with 40 lots, 4 points is a nice day.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
What I think the negative risk reward trade becoming popular on YouTube and Twitter. It's not going to end well for those people.
I mean, I don't think they're doing it on real accounts, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, fair.
Because
But I'm seeing a
20
lot more
lot
of that.
seam fills
I'm seeing a lot
are
more.
a lot easier to
I'm
to
seeing
get.
a lot more of people talking about negative risk reward trades. Those guys from overnight and early AM ruined the fun. Probably. I look like Travis Kelsey. Then why isn't Taylor Swift calling me? What am I doing?
Did you see that? They had like 1 million live viewers on that podcast.
My wife was one of them. She watched the whole thing.
Crazy.
She's like feeding the baby, and I'm like, what do you, I kept hearing something, and I'm like, what are you listening to? She's like, it's a podcast. I'm like, what podcast? She's like, it's Kelsey Taylor Swift podcast. I'm like, they have a podcast now?
The brothers
Was that
do.
just like a one-time thing?
I guess, well, Travis and Jason do. And then she decided, or her agents and people decided that's where they wanted to announce her new album. So,
Oh, okay. So she was just a special guest
yes.
on the existing podcast they have. This is
NQ just does not want to play ball with you, Leo.
trust me. Today is not my day.
Annoying. Need T Swift on PTT. That's the dream right there.
Whoever gets Taylor Swift on painting the tape, probably worth like something, a free hat.
Worth a lot of notional value if someone was able to pull that off.
There would be some notions. A hat, beer,
Free
beer
overflow.
pack. Yeah, we could probably arrange that.
Are you
Taylor
guys so
Swift on.
bullish? I mean, I kind of want to cut this and I kind of want to look long, but Leo's long currently, NQ exactly where I would probably be, and it's just not going anywhere right now.
It's not still bullish. I'm just trading what I have available to trade. I'm sure I heard Stowe talking about giving the single prints class earlier, and statistically speaking, we should close above the 530s. So here is the area we should close above, and we got a nice little pullback. Yeah, it's a grind, not going to lie, but buyers are showing up here. We can see that they're lifting offers. The delta has kind of, rolled over, flipped over, whatever you want to call it. That's what the star means. And so, yeah, I am looking for this to settle up into here somewhere. Am I right or wrong? Don't know. It's too slow to even get an idea of what's going to happen.
Llama,
But
it's season 2 comes out very soon. There was a teaser released last night.
the teaser is
Gold.
but it's also, there's more to that, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't believe I missed that while reading, listening to it back.
Yeah, I was like, what? We didn't cut it out, Nick.
I had the baby in my arms and I was kind of like doing it on my phone and just was skimming through it. And I think I got to like,
oh, you just skipped past it. Okay.
And thought, oh, okay, we just edited obviously parts of it.
Right.
And then had to go back.
They like to wait till the last minute to pump.
They do.
Is this a gamma in the room with us? Is that what ES is doing?
I mean,
it's the gamma.
I haven't looked at it, but I would imagine it's.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Is it gamma or is it just a big fat volume node that's kind of pulling us right here? Jim calls it price happiness. I call it pissed off traders.
Yeah, nobody's happy up there.
Heard. We're going to get a turn here in 30 seconds. So let's see what that brings. the buyers that were buying up here have stopped buying. Hence prices going down.
So much absorption here on ES. Come on. Can we just go a little lower? Just give me that.
Okay.
I'm going to delete the opening range mid.
It just went to the tickle of the tick.
Yep. All my problems would be erased if I just remove it.
I mean, do it. Let me know if it works. What if it did? Would that be a show for everybody would be like, oh my God, Nick pulled a level off his chart and then we traded through it.
Yep. It's not there, so it can't hurt me anymore.
Honestly, I'm thinking about just cutting this trade right now. You don't like your short? I don't really love this long.
Summarizes the day right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I like my short. There's a reason I went in. I just, am I being greedy?
Well, the market took me for that one. It took me out versus me taking myself out. Are we going to go test those 60s, Nick?
I mean, I would love that. I have even moved my take profits above that because I feel like that's just asking for too much in this market. Why would we get an RTH tag of 60s? Crude fell off after it pierced above 65s.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It went right through that LVN. No respect. You know, if crude moved more in the afternoon, Tracy, I would trade it. Hard to place a trade from unless buying RTH view up, value it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to place a trade with any confidence right now. Give me a tag of this low, value area low VWAP, Mark, and I think I would jump in there with you.
If I was still short from 595, this would have been the slowest 40 points I somehow would have gotten in ever.
No short setup for me, but it could be a long. Yeah. The short for me was the weekly open up here at 04. That's probably what Nick was trading off.
Mm-hmm.
But it grinded around there so hard I couldn't hold it for anything.
Exactly.
So I ended up bailing on it, like I think in the 89s ish. I really didn't get anything out of it. What's up, Phoenix? Hans Ekberg, why do you prefer the 24-hour view up over the Globex view up? It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It starts at the Globex open. RTH view up. I've always just used the 24-hour view up, and for me, I've never been able to effectively frame any trade with the RTH view up, but I'm not opposed to taking a look at that again.
I mean, you anchor from various points during RTH.
I do,
So
yeah, and that's something that
that might be a different way to think about it.
That's something that's automated. We're going to try to get that automated on NinjaTrader as well. So, the leg to leg profile would then just anchor a VWAP to whatever high or low that made that leg. So like right now, it would be anchored to right here. It's probably this guy. Actually, let's try it since it's a little slow. VWAP. What's it going to say?
God, you look at the 5-minute structure of this day, and it's just a hot mess, especially on ES.
Please specify anchor, join tools, diamond. Where is the diamond? Oh no, we haven't tagged it. So this is what I use to frame like an intraday rotation. So if a long from here and we tag that VWAP, it'd be a place where I would take profit. If I was looking for a short against this, then I would use that as well as a potential entry point. As soon as we get this automated on Ninja, we will be all good to leave these on. I'm kind of lazy. I don't like to mark things or drag things around.
Mohammed, my opening range, like the opening range high and low here, it auto plots this for the 5-minute for me. A lot of charting software, you should be able to build that into it or find the indicator that allows you to set the opening range. But mine just does it automatically every day.
Where is here? Oh, I was just on the chart.
Oh, got it. Mine's the 5-minute if you're using the 15.
Optimization for Eurex. We really don't have enough Eurex traders to justify spending time on that. So thing is that the customization that you can do with the actual tools is pretty much unlimited. And so you can customize it to your market. You're just not going to get designated settings from any of us because one, we don't trade those products, so we're not experts in them. And two, there's just not enough traders trading Eurex to make it make sense. Can we set up the Delta Flip as an audio alert? I believe the answer is yes, but I would have to check with our Ninja developer. Why would you execute longs yet the leg to leg shows aggressive sells? Because in context of the broader day is that this is a pullback after a pretty large, not a large, but like if you consider what happened today, this is just a pullback from the high of the day. I wouldn't consider this a new trend down. And so what I'm looking at right here is all this aggressive selling where this absorption was taking place and I was trying to get long and just got stopped out, is that's where I want to enter, is when the selling starts to pause, there's aggressive selling and pause, that price movement has paused. So that's like textbook absorption right here. I can just take this guy here, that. So we're looking at sideways price, lots of negative delta. It looks like I just got stopped and my stop got run.
Let me just cover this.
Leo, you seem to always wait a while before re-entering a trade after getting stopped out. What is your process in regards to that? Sometimes I'll re-enter, if I'm seeing the same activity that I'm looking for, or the trade is just not invalidated. It's just like, hey, there was just like a little wick, whatever. Other times, hey, what's up, Nick? Other times, I'll use that stop out just as a pause to reset. In this case, I waited too long and I've missed the opportunity to buy this thing back up. And now the risk to reward has changed such that, yes, you could make an argument. You could say, oh, there's buying, let's get long. That's great. But then you're risking, really in that case, my usual stop is about 15 points, but it would need to be bigger than that. If I was thinking, hey, this is low, as long as when I break this low, the trade's good. But then how much higher is this thing going to move? 30 points, right? So your risk to reward, even right here, as we're pushing upwards, from the way that I trade, just it's diminished quite a bit. Even from where, 10 points lower, it gets a lot better. Do you ever get into a trade because of absorption only? If you have no level there, MGI or otherwise, sometimes I will. It's just that's very situation dependent. But not
I just
often.
got another one down to a runner.
Nick just can't stand this trade. He's like,
I
I'm gonna
can't,
get
and
out of this.
because like I said, I kind of wanted to be long NQ, and I'm seeing this continue to potentially play out. So I'm gonna hold a runner. I got basically 2 off around 70, so good enough.
Okay, so this is a good question. I think I can clarify. You, from the podcast, you hate cumulative delta. Have you ever considered putting a leg to leg cumulative delta? No, I don't hate cumulative delta. I just don't think that it tells you the whole story. And what I mean by that is, up here, I know there was about 700 lots that hit the sell, that hit the bid between 94 and 804. If I was looking at that on a cumulative delta, that would be on a oscillator down here, right? I don't know based on that oscillator how aggressive that activity was. I would just see cumulative delta going down. Here I can see how much and what location. So that's where cumulative delta is missing that information. So even if it was on leg to leg, it's basically going to be leg to leg would even be more like a mirror of the price action unless there was some sort of divergence where that would basically be absorption, like be a tell of absorption. Well, I can see absorption here based on the way I've defined it earlier. So for me, it would just be a duplicate piece of information. Hey, Nick, making $1,000 on a short is definitely a solid win. It's awesome that you're in the game and already seeing those kinds of gains.
Thank you, Alfonso.
Sounds
Appreciate
like you've
that.
got the right instincts.
Of course, I covered, and that was the sign that it was going to make the next leg down. And yes,
I was looking at your stop out possibly being that divergence for exhaustion. That I wouldn't see this as an exhaustive anything. It was just the price went to my stop and I got stopped out. No, there was no exhaustive activity. What exhaustion looks like. Let's go to here. So this morning we had this activity that led to these very large candles that, and if you watch it in replay, they happened significantly faster than the prior ones. And then there was an immediate, sell activity against it. That's what exhaustion looks like. That's kind of textbook exhaustion. Back here, we're just, it's just kind of grinded lower into my stop. Another way to do that is have volumetric footprint chart with cumulative delta. So, for me personally, I'm trying to simplify what I'm looking at and reduce, down the information I have. So that's delta profile. Delta map takes a lot of the information from the footprint, from delta, and the tape reader as well. So for me, I don't want to look at a footprint. My goal is to remove footprints off of my purview. So I only need to look at one screen. Actually, let's see what we do here now that we're kind of retesting this area.
XY, it really did. Like I covered.
Oh, did it finally got
that
below that
rotation.
mid? Sick.
But I did move my runner target back to the overnight low. So the original target from this morning, I'm bringing it back.
It's good. So we're so back. I want to see what we do here. I mean, if there's a good, decent trade to take, it will be somewhere in this range for potential long.
I wonder if we get a little violent move down,
Taking out the low, the
540s.
ES low. Yeah.
Just took all day.
Can you think of any reason why my NQ week open is 23,581? Not really. Not unless you don't have the number of days loaded, correct?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So this is just a volume profile. This guy is volume, and then this guy is delta. Were you on a podcast? I have a podcast, believe it or not, Coach Fred. Volume profile. So this is the volume profile for the session right here to the right, far right. And then this one is for the leg to leg. So this is this leg from the high to the current low right now. And just a second though. And the fact that we move the volume point of control down here just kind of. I think I'm going to wait.
We're going to get one more flush.
Let's see if I can do a Stowe impression. A new low would be encouraging. There we go. We had that this morning. We needed it again now.
Let's see. We were in a very similar spot when I got short. Literally the exact same spot. And we couldn't break.
And you think it's something's different this time?
No. I just have a much better entry.
You can take the heat.
Yeah, I got 2 off for 10 points, so I feel good about this trade regardless of what happens. When 10 points basically is the entire day's volume structure, I mean, you got to just say, I guess that's a win.
Yeah, Nick is short.
Same.
That's hopefully that's displayed somewhere.
Yeah, you can, I am short from 80.5. And yes, was 3, currently just a runner.
That's a great entry.
And just a spot I was watching, kind of same thing though too, was kind of just waiting to see, are we going to fail that week open in NQ? Because ES was still another like 12 points away from its. I don't think I asked for much. Like, can we just get the overnight low touch? ES didn't tag its overnight low or overnight high.
That's a rare occurrence.
I think it happened last
That
Monday.
happened
too.
last Monday too. Yes.
And I was literally taking trades, I think, in the afternoon, or thinking logically that we were going to tag one of them.
Yeah, because we put up the stats for them. I remember that.
So nothing like 2 outlier statistical days on a Monday where I'm trading both sessions.
Maybe M period will bring us some activity. What do you think?
I don't know. Have you seen the way the 5-minute looks today? And I've spent majority of that time at the desk.
You're gonna make me pull up a 5-minute chart, are you?
I mean, just look at the barcoding. It's just disgusting.
Hang on.
Like you literally would have to be in the same trade that I'm in and
This
just
is gonna
have
be the
held
first
it
time
for
I've ever
hours.
looked at a 5-minute chart.
It's pretty ugly. I like to have one normal minute since I execute on volume, like just something. Something still short time frame. I mean, I used to trade off a 1 minute before you straightened me out.
A 1 minute? You traded on a 1-minute chart?
I did. With NQ. That's how I first
not
tried
30
to trade
second?
NQ.
The
No, I
pros
never
tell
did
me
30
it's a
second.
5. You go to the 5, so you look for the FVG on a 5-second chart.
That's, I don't know what that is.
You know what it is.
I think you're just making up letters.
You know what it is, Nick.
Of course I do. Waiting for Stowe to trade one for us.
Are you looking for a long? I'm currently just watching the market. I'm not looking for anything. My thought process is, well, here's my thought process. If I can, we can go to my screen for a second. We'll walk through it. Sweet. Okay, so thought process for this afternoon. is this morning. So we have to always look at things in context, right? So if we go to a bit of a higher time frame chart, we have what happened Friday, tested the balance area low, we pulled back this overnight session, we found a bid and rallied to the week open. So Sunday's open, and then we were selling off from there. Now, all of this is, in my opinion, pretty constructive, even though right now at the moment, we're in a downward little slope, very, very short time frame. If we're just considering what's happened between 11 and now, the last 3 hours, we're just kind of grinding lower. Now, this morning we had an open that was very much an open auction. So what does that mean? It is we opened down, found a rally, went back down again. So very choppy. So that open auction led to a very slow and grinding breakout. So we had that breakout to that area of importance, the overnight high and the week open, and we found some very slow selling, just kind of grinding lower. So to frame the afternoon trade, I'm looking for, if I'm going to take a trade, one, I need to get a location from an entry standpoint that makes sense, in addition to the order flow activity that would get me excited about taking a trade. Right now, I don't see anything. Now, for a long, I would want to see more absorption, because we had this earlier that we talked about. We rotated up to the prior day close and then sold off again. Well, that's not really inspiring, on a return back to this. I'm not looking to long it again because it was already tried twice and failed. And so now I'm looking for this to break a little lower. And with the context of what ES is doing, ES kind of just hanging at 66, there's that kind of area that it's been meandering around. And so the thing that has me just kind of wanting to take a wait and see approach are two things. The relative volume is 78. That's really low. There's not a lot of participation. And two, I think that ES low is very, it's likely to be taken out. Although that doesn't mean I'm looking for a short to get short to take it out. I just think that the best trade might be waiting for that to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I don't really have a trade, because of what I was looking for happened to happen. And there's really nothing in the order flow right now that's getting me excited to get into a position and put risk on. Hopefully that answers your question. Nick, have you been holding your short since the morning?
No, since lunchtime. I kind of finished my workout, ate, came back to the desk, and saw that kind of failure at the high of the day on ES and jumped in. So yeah, since like noon-ish, around then.
That's a long hold. I mean, for you.
For me, it is.
For me and you.
I mean, I thought it was going to happen much fast. Like when I saw this, oops, I realized it's off the screen. Like when I got in and it kind of immediately failed here, and that's basically where I was trying to cover one. I thought we were going to fall back into the range, but naturally it took another 2 hours before we really got a move. So it's all good.
Yeah, Monday, man. The market hates when we're on stream on Mondays. Last Monday, we got 100 points in the session. Today, we got 168. But 100 of that roughly was the one leg.
Jeff, I use 1500 volume on my ES chart. Well, let's see if the end period turn brings us any sort of joy or makes me panic flatten out of this.
Did you say 1,000 volume or 1,500?
1,500.
Okay, the one I set up.
Yeah. The settings that people smarter than me have said are the best to use.
Did you say? Does that mean I'm smarter than you, Nick?
I'm pretty sure you've helped me create every chart book that I have ever had.
That may or may not be true. But can we not let everyone know?
He definitely has
For-
not helped me at all.
For yes.
He's not a good friend.
Right. For ES, yeah, for ES, 1,500 vol. What is the best for NQ? So for NQ, I usually land between, I would say 500 to 750 volume. How do you get your chart to separate into the blue and red like that? It's a custom indicator. That's how. It's based on the delta.
Remember when you tried to convince me to start using God mode on NQ with 300 volume?
I do. What happened?
I was so overstimulated that I had to go back.
You saw
It
you
was like
saw
going down to a
God.
30-second chart on NQ or like a 100 tick chart. It's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as 100 ticks, but
It's actually not bad. Like the only
you
reason
have
I
to get
don't
used to it.
yeah, you have to get used to it. The only reason I don't use it for streams or you know what else is because there's so many bars.
Yeah. But that was a fun afternoon of me like screwing around with it and being like, I can't do this.
Oh, you only tried it for one day?
Yeah.
You're such a short timer.
It just wasn't, it was like I said, my brain was overstimulated with all the other charts and things I'm looking at. It was too much.
Yeah, Jeff, it's just kind of trader dependent. Rate the PA today out of 10. 0.
Yeah. What volume do I use for lean hogs? I think when I traded lean hogs, I think I was using like just a 5-minute chart because there's really like one major move in some of the ag products like every day. And if you kind of miss it, you're better off sitting out is what I learned when I was doing that for a week. So I was kind of just waiting for the 5-minute opening range to establish and then kind of playing that. Come on. At least give me the IB low.
Nick is just trying to sweet talk NQ into going lower.
I mean, you want it to go lower too, so you can try to jump in long in the 30s.
Maybe. There's been
Yeah,
3
Jeff, that's
moves
kind of
and
what I'm
feeders
talking
every
about.
day.
It feels like that. It's like that one directional move.
Are you talking about ES and
No,
Q,
talking to me.
hogs,
I was talking about lean
Jeff?
hogs, but the ag products kind of do that type of move. I don't know. That was a fun exercise. I recommend to anybody kind of screwing around with on a sim is just to throw that up and see how you do. It was kind of cool to really trade and watch something that I historically had never really paid attention to. God, this is so slow. Need the elevator music again.
We had to play it twice yesterday.
Sir, that was today.
Let's see how many lives I feel like I've lived today.
I mean, that'll happen. I think you're also like blurring together the fact that last Monday we did both streams and it was very similar.
Oh, hold on. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yeah, hang on. I have breaking news. Maybe I don't.
Clearly you don't.
On mine.
Like, do I need to just cover this runner so that everybody else can move on with their life and possibly take a new trade?
Where is he seeing that? Oh, snap. He's right. He must have just added this recently.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. No one does. You're just
VWAP,
whispering sweet nothings to yourself.
the OFL VWAP has leg to leg already.
In Ninja?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should add it.
If you go to order flow and click on VWAP, then there's the regular VWAP swing mode, and then you just match your leg to leg setting. Just gonna make it a bright green, see what it gets.
Yeah, Leo was having an interbody experience, apparently.
Oh, look, it gives you all the old ones too. You can see all the old leg to leg VWAPs.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I wouldn't keep it that way, but like if you were wanting to kind of dial in
Might be able
your
to.
settings and how you would use it, like this is some of the stuff that we don't get to talk about on the show. Is like some of this stuff doesn't always set up the way it does, off air or whatever, because we're only on for a certain amount of time. But like, here's a great example of, downtrend view up gets retagged and then we continue. So using that that was Friday. But just using that as a point of reference, from those lows or those highs, like right here, it tags above it a little bit. But obviously never always works. Nothing always works. But this is a great example here. And you get that delta flip right there. This must have just recently got added and I just didn't know about it. But somebody shot me a DM and they were like, hey, we've got that already. Sick. All right, cool. So now I just go to back here and then turn off, remove the old labels. And then I would just get the most recent one. Hey,
Live
Night
chart
Trader.
session here with Leo.
I like my hat too. So then what I'll do as well is this is like a short time frame anchored VWAP. And then I would duplicate it. Let me just save this guy. Save. VWAP template. Create another one. So the one that I'm using now is a 40-point rotation. That's matches my leg to leg profile. And then what I would do if I wanted to get kind of a different look is, where's this one? Order flow VWAP. What does this one say? Okay. Swing. Okay, so then I would do like 150 points. And then just use like a different color, that's a little less standoutish. These are the Order Flow Labs suite. So it's not built into NinjaTrader. Okay, so this one here, I would have to relabel it for swings. But this guy here would be the anchored VWAP from the current low of day. That just happens to be how it works. But I guess the way that I put these together, and it's funny that all of the volume is converging around this high volume node here at 51, is using the higher time frame, that larger rotation as an inflection point as well. But definitely the shorter time frame leg to leg is something that I consider very actionable, like in the immediate time frame. And then that lower time, or that higher time frame one, the 150-point rotation based VWAP, would be something that just kind of helps me see the forest through the trees a little bit. I do. Yes, I do. I swear when you both are on, the PA is always trash.
It is. I apologize, folks. Thank you all
They
for
may
hanging
not.
out, though.
They might not invite us back on.
Well, that would be unfortunate. Let's see.
You may never see Leo and Nick together again. But you know what? I will be back on Wednesday morning with my friend Kane.
Kane versus Americane again?
Yes.
That's good TV. That was a very quiet plug, I feel like we could have done a better job there of promoting that stream this Wednesday. So be sure to tune in this Wednesday morning for Trade the Open with Leo and Kane, trading side by side. Gonna be good. Gonna be a great show. I got you. Don't worry.
We need Nick to just come on and promote, because he's got that radio voice.
Nothing beat like me just riffing with no charts last night when I broke Ninja trying to load the micro Bitcoin long time frame chart. I was just talking and rambling as I was trying to wait for all of my volume data to reload after a second boot up. Everyone was cool. Everyone was just
when you're trying to solve like a technical issue on a stream, that really sucks.
I literally just force closed it and rebooted it. I was like, I'm not screwing around.
Nick's got the juice. I can't lie.
Let's see if we got this new low. Just take out 64. I've been very patient in this trade.
I don't think I'm interested in doing anything at this point.
10 minutes or 5 minutes to the algo, you're probably right. It's just been the slowest grind down from a hive day ever.
Hey, thanks, JP. Appreciate you for watching.
Can we just fulfill the stat and not have back-to-back Mondays in which ES decides to not tag its overnight high or low? Because that would just be rude. Ryan, that's awesome to hear. 1 week listening to the OFL team on NT Live, greater than 5 years of watching random streamers on YouTube. Leo, what's the stat on high of day? Not high of day. Sorry, never mind. I meant
The stats on the play.
the overnight stat.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100%.
So it's very, very, very rare when it doesn't happen.
Very rare. It's like when you didn't cook your steak all the way. You ever seen those pictures? You ever seen those pictures of like a steak where it's just like, was it even cooked?
Like not even any source of heat was applied to it. Like not even a match. Like no one even breathed on the steak.
Yeah. That's
pretty
how rare. That's how rare it is.
Oh, this is taking forever. I really don't want to. I mean, it's a runner, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you're worried about. Just let it go.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to let whatever happens, happens. I was saying, like, do I really want to hold this into MOC? But it's a runner that's 15 points in profit, and my stop is trailing down. So whatever happens, happens. And if you have not already, smash that thumbs up button. Please do us the favor. Show us your appreciation for hanging out with us this afternoon during this slow death grind to the downside that was Power Hour. But please help us out. Help more people find the stream and hang out with us during Trade the Close going forward. Come on, just one more move lower. Chat, what do you think? Am I going to get filled on this overnight low runner? Statistics would say yes. In fact, it will happen. But I am losing all confidence.
I mean, I don't know.
MOC taking us to overnight high? I think you mean overnight low. Overnight high, that would be absurd.
Why not take the money, Jeff says.
Because I like to live dangerously, Jeff. No, I've covered 2 for 10 points. My stop is at another 10 points, so would have gotten all 3 of these for $1,500 on ES. Good enough. If I get stopped, I get stopped.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
Thank you, Kane.
Thank you. 10 seconds. We're all just watching ES just in anticipation.
ES moved more than NQ did on that.
No surprise.
Yep. MOC is also dead. This was fun.
Can we get the elevator music again? I love that.
Thank you.
I don't know why I like that soundbite so much.
Because it summarizes this session. Come on. Can we do it?
3 points away.
It's not going to do it.
I'm hard pressed to find a day worse than this one.
I mean, this is pretty bad. I'm just going to cut this. All right. I think it's time.
We need like some
I'm flat.
serious mixed flat.
I'm fine.
I think you should just play the elevator music.
That's how that trade felt. Did that trade for almost 3 hours, to be honest.
Let's do a post-trade recap. Kind of like the,
Oh God, what happened?
after like post game interviews. Let's do a post-trade interview.
Post-trade interviews, the slowest market in recent memory. We failed to pierce above the previous day close up here at 82. No, we really were not finding any additional buyers. We came down here towards 80s. I saw the Delta flip here, decided to jump on in, and got real spooked once we kind of failed to really break inside and came all the way back up, but decided just to hold it. And from there, I mean, this is probably one of the longest ES holds I've ever had for only 15 points. Like, that's kind of crazy.
3 hours, 15 points later.
Yeah. And we still may take out the overnight low. We'll see then what happens in the next 5 minutes, but that was a grind of a trade. And it never really
Well
moved.
done. You managed it well, though.
I'm trying to get better, especially with ES, like really kind of letting the trade play out unless something was invalidated. I mean, NQ, you can just get wicked out so easily sometimes. And I'm still not great at just not being super scalpy. But overall, solid trade.
I give you an A-. The only thing that would have gotten you an A+ is if you were able to get the overnight low taken out, but you weren't able to do that. So
you act like I am in control of what they do.
Nick, I don't make the rules, but those are just the rules.
I mean, I even sacrificed one of my two on this sad little rebid up towards 70s, and that signaled the next leg lower.
I mean, sounds like you can control the markets.
Just depends. If X, Y, and I are on and I get stopped out, that usually does control the markets.
Man, not even Stowe's double down algo can even move NQ that much.
Are we going to fail this little node that we built in NQ all day?
That would
Probably not.
really surprise me. We still have not taken out the singles yet.
Down to what, 520?
Yeah, 510, I think. Oh yeah, 520. Sorry. Misspoke.
Did everyone else have fun today? I'd made money and I still didn't feel like I had fun. Some days, man, this market just grinds you.
I'm busting his balls for fun. Like we're buddies. I don't know. You know,
Yeah,
give
Leo
your
and I are
friends a hard
I
time.
don't. He has said significantly worse to me. Can we take out the overnight low? Let's do it.
It's gonna happen.
We need
gonna
the
happen
statistic to
now.
actually pay out. There it is.
There it is.
We did it. So nearly 99% of the time we tag one of those. So naturally it made sense to hold that trade, but who knows? Of course, they let it go to the last 2 minutes.
Guys, 235.
235.
Is that low?
It's a low.
I mean, okay.
We're
In
going to be
our
here till my
defense-
next birthday. I'm going to be another year old before we get to our target.
In our defense,
Wait, did you
I
move
was
the
trying to
target?
manage this trade.
Did you move the target without telling us?
And now we're just puking.
Wait, are you talking to me or Nick?
You. What's wrong with 235 is respectable. They're giving us a bump, 248.
Respectable. And there's a lot of things respectable. Like Jiffy's peanut butter is respectable. But is it the best peanut butter you can get? No.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. All right, there we go. We got it. We got a little thumbs up there. There we go.
Do you see what he does to us? This is how he talks to us behind the scenes.
250. All right. Well, we got the market to sell off at least. Let's give us that. Give us that much. That was a crazy move, though. Where are we going to? Where's the end? Where's the stop?
I mean, probably here. I was a betting man.
Yeah. Could we get the 50s? 64.50. Do I hear 51? 25 seconds left. Now, is this profit taking? What do you think's going on right here, right now, you guys?
Well, Jim, they don't pay me to know that. The market doesn't pay me to know that.
If you were short, they would.
Possibly.
Or just a nice puke into the close.
53, 54. Wow. Wow. This is why it's tough trading the last 5 minutes.
I mean, that's historically just not a time where I'm very active.
Yeah.
Unless I'm already in something and just letting it go.
Something might be going on, and we're still going. 53
Tracy?
half right now.
Tracy?
Shy.
Nothing I'm seeing.
Oh, we
Somebody is
got.
saying
All right, some of
Bitcoin
my
has fallen
colleagues
off a
are
cliff.
saying Jiffy peanut butter is awesome, is excellent. Shy saying no news. All right. In any event. Well, I got to give you guys credit. You did double duty today. Trade the open, trade the close. No excuses, back to back. Good job, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Sorry, Jim.
You're welcome. I know. I was giving you a hard
Happy
time
birthday.
I was giving you. I was. The likes are okay. We're over 250. That should be. That's more than respectable. In the afternoon.
Well,
574 watching. That's sweet. Thank you, Job. Appreciate you. For sure. JS, appreciate you too. Thank you everybody for that. Boy, tomorrow though, we've got more fun tomorrow. Hang on a sec. Let me pull up my cheat sheet.
who's going to be on tomorrow?
Well, we've got starting off early in the morning. I'm going to be with Bob Iacchino. Bob Iacchino is going to be with me tomorrow. He was here last week. He's going to be back. Special guest, Scott Grizzle. Now, Scott is a commodity analyst. He ran a desk at Credit Suisse. He's got some pretty good commodity experience. So I'm looking forward to talking to Scott with Shai tomorrow. And then the morning lineup, Pharm as usual. And then we have the Dread Pirate, Merritt Black, trading the open. And then joining him is the Stowe 42.
Yes.
Why is it Stowe 42? Does anyone ever ask him that?
Good question.
Good question. Not sure. It might be a sports reference in there.
All right. I'm gonna drill into that tomorrow. I'll be a little older and wiser tomorrow. So we have XYZ then trading the close. Solo tomorrow afternoon.
He's by himself?
As far as I could tell.
He's probably
is
with
he?
Stowe.
He's with Stowe.
Hang on, let me double check here. I got a cheat sheet. I don't know. My cheat sheet.
XYZ is like, what?
No, there it
Hold
is.
on.
There it is. It's in there. Someone snuck that in when I wasn't looking. Stowe, yeah, XYZ and Stowe tomorrow
Yeah,
afternoon.
yeah. That's their day to close it.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Yeah, it should be we'll see. We'll see if we get back to that 6470 level that we like so much.
Oh, the 42 is a Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy. Answer to
Oh,
all things. 42.
okay, I got you.
That's the
The
reference.
life universe and everything. The answer is 42. They put it in the supercomputer and they came out with 42.
Because 420 is too polarizing.
Oh my God. All right. So now we know the answer to that. Scooby-Doo mystery solved. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you as usual. Awesome presentation today. Awesome show, awesome trades, awesome everything. Appreciate you guys for sure. We will see you again then, presumably Thursday.
I'll be back Thursday. Nick will be back Wednesday.
That's right. That's
And if
right.
I don't know if Nick and I are ever going to be allowed to stream again because
I think we
That's,
have single-handedly killed volatility by being on stream together.
it's like either there's just too much to I don't know. What do you think, Jim?
You might be
market does not
you might be
like.
freaking out the market. They might see you guys together and they're like, I'm not risking this. I'm waiting until they're separated or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
either
agree.
respect or fear. I don't know what, but I'm just glad you're on our side. That's all I know.
Same, Jim. I'm glad I'm on your side too.
All right. I'm going to fold up my NinjaTrader vintage shirt for the session. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate the subscriptions for sure. feel free to tell folks about us. Hit that retweet and or whatever social media thing you're on. Get that link out there. We greatly appreciate that. You guys sharing. If you guys like what you hear and what you see, we will not let you down. You refer people to us, we will not let you down. We're going to work hard every day. We're not going to let up. So thank you for that. Appreciate everybody as usual. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Nick, for a tick. Most important message for the session for any day.
The most important message of today's session is happy birthday, Jim.
Happy birthday, Jim.
Thanks,
One more for the
Control.
road.
You're feeding the beast, man. I don't know. Anyway, be safe out there. Be good to each other. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Cheers.
See you, chat.